All right, hello again, YouTube. So I'm back. I took a little break between the last video I just did. I went, you know, potty break, had a snack, and I also took a chance to review the video I just made and realized I wanted to try to make a few adjustments. So hopefully this works a little better. Um, you can see I flipped the camera, yada yada. I also realized that like part of the screen, the video in the last one was cut off, just like the edges a little. So hopefully that didn't affect anything too much. Um, but I am a recovering perfectionist, so as much as I wished it was perfect, I've got to go with done is better than perfect at this point. Um, so what we're gonna do? Also, um, I realized that because I went back and I'm more of a processor when it comes to lyrics, especially. So um, I went back and re-listened to the song, and I read through the lyrics. Also, that's the other thing, as I'm more visual, so just hearing lyrics, like I hear them, but it's almost like they're gone when the next ones come. So I don't really get the thing as a whole as much. So when I can go read them, it helps me kind of see like everything as a whole. So um, a couple things that I wanted to talk about really quick. Let me see what I'm doing here. Is just um, actually let me see. Find the lyrics. Prologue. Okay, so when he says the sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. I thought that was really interesting because usually rain, like in movies and TV shows, whenever they want to show like a sad, um, kind of portray like darkness and sadness and like the gray skies, it's kind of associated with like a bad mood and things like that. But the sunflowers wilt when the rain does not fall. So but you have to have rain in order to nurture the plants, right? They have to have water. I mean, even people need to drink. So if there's a drought, that's bad too. So this kind of really makes me think like, what is he saying? It makes me think a little bit of Hiren, where he talks about the pendulum swings, the darker, the lighter, the the sorry, the brighter it is, the darker the shadow it casts. So it kind of makes me wonder if he's saying like we kind of need some of these times in order to grow as people, as beings. Um, Also, he says, where is it? Do. Later, he says, "Here lies the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows." Planting seeds where the grass never grows. It's really interesting because I feel like that's like a lot of people work really, really hard to achieve something, but a lot of times they're doing it like a lot of people who think that they're going to get rich, just this business plan or this that, it's just like your average person who doesn't come from money or whatever. Not saying that people can't build a business and become rich, but this kind of like this idea that you're just going to. Um, anyway, that's not a fully developed thought. It's just interesting. Like you're putting your effort in where it's not going to benefit you at all. Like maybe instead of putting a bunch of effort and time and energy into um, work while ignoring everything else, like maybe you should be planting your seeds, nurturing the things that like your people, your family. um, I know I could definitely spend more time developing these thoughts, um, but those are just some initial thoughts. Also, I thought it was interesting. Later, he says, um, war rains down. But earlier, he talked about the sunflowers wilt when the rain does not fall. So I'm still not really sure like what I'm thinking about all this stuff. It's just things that I noticed that stood out to me. So, and then for Vincent's tale, you know, he starts off with the intro. It's like a love song. And then Vincent starts singing and he talks about how much he hates essentially Britain and his life, and he just wants to drink. And yeah, it's interesting. And then he wants to destroy things. Um, it just, that part made me think a little bit of Masochist, but Masochist felt more like a almost like a like yes, you're angry and you want to tear things down, but also in more of like a self growth kind of way. This feels more like a you want to cause everyone else pain kind of way, um, because you're angry, and you want to take it out on other people. Whereas Masochist felt more like they're angry and they wanted to take it out on themselves. So um, then he talks about how to have a street fight and win. Um, let's see. The other part, okay, I guess I'm not going to spend too much time on this part, going back to what we just did, but one more thing is when I watched Screech's Tale. Oh, that's the other thing. I remembered when I was rewatching this that I had actually seen Vincent's Tale before I watched the Tales of Ginny and Screech initially. Um, so, not that that really has anything to do anything now, just something I remembered. So, but with Screech's Tale, he said Richard, he had no time to hesitate. He fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest. Screech was a 14-year-old boy with a knife. I'm pretty sure he probably could have handled that without shooting him. And it more or less says that here, because he says, although I guess Vincent had a guitar, not a knife, but he says, but Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past, not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. So it basically says there, like, he had a different choice. I found that interesting. Again, I need more time to process and really, like, be introspective and digest all this and see what it really means to me, but I found that fascinating. Things I thought. So now we're going to go to the bedroom. I didn't watch this, but I did see like a little clip of it once, and I do know this is the bedroom. Yes, okay. I do know that he has his electric guitar. So here we go. We're going to get going. Okay. Hold on. Make sure I put him on the right orientation. Okay. Let's go. And his guitar, oh my god. Okay, definitely a different sound that I've heard him do with his guitar, electric or obviously you're not getting that sound with the acoustic, but still different. And that's the one thing I love about Rin is like, you never know what you're going to get. And it's always amazing.
Anger. Have you ever felt anger with nowhere to place it? Vincent felt cold, neglected and jaded, impotent, empathy castrated. Look for the new thing, always look for the new thing, but never look inside, never look within, without, above, below, same thing. Wait, it gets deeper than that.
Okay. Have you ever felt anger? This makes me think a little bit of Seven Sense. Pain. Have you ever felt pain? And yes, I have both pain and anger. Um, he's saying like never look within. It's definitely important to look within yourself and like take a chance to process all those emotions, or they get taken out on other people who don't deserve it. Okay, so I forgot to go back a little bit before, so I'm going to do that.
Look within, without, above, below, same thing. Wait, it gets deeper than that. The insane thing is sane men living in insane terrain, contort insane brains that are kind of deranged, strange, without the factor of cause and effect. Factually, the man's a casualty of constant neglect. Let's start at the start. Vincent was born in the dark, home birth to a mother painting scars on her arm. Track march from the dragon, China white in the palm. Shooting up the birth canal, Vinny fell out like yarn. Tumbled out, himself unraveling, and that was the theme. Exceptionally average grade, sprayed with low self-esteem. From the fire to the frying pan, painting it green. When it's the cash that rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, funny Vinny. He weren't ever good at hustling, shitty jobs that he was dead and stocking. Started a combustion, nothing. Pulled him out of debt, the debt collector's rushing to be stripping him of everything. Eventually, there's nothing. The cycle is a cycle for a psychopath on ice. The day repeats, the days are weeks, the weeks the most your life. When the day's done, it's the same one. It's a repeat, it's a rerun. A deja vu religion, a foreboding of a prison. Whole Britain, Great Britain, Hell Britannia rule the wave. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves. Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living too DK.
Okay. Okay, so let me see. His mother was an addict. He fell out of the womb like yarn. That's really interesting. Like, he was born, like yarn unravels, especially if it's falling. Like you have a ball of yarn and it falls, it's gonna hit the ground and roll and so unravel. So it's like his life was falling apart from the moment he was born, probably even from before he was born. Okay, what did he say next?
Up like slaves, drink to kill holding of a prison. Whole Britain, Great Britain, Hell Britannia rule the wave. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves.
We started up with intentions and we ended up like slaves. And then I think he goes into talking about drinking to relieve that tension, but the drinking, you have to earn money to live, to pay your bills and stuff, because we're all part of this money game. We're all part of this soul money game. So we have to play this money game. We have to work. We have to stress ourselves out. But then we have to use the money that we earned, that the system is forcing us to, our society is structured this way. So we have to be doing all these things, and then that money that we earn we use to basically just deal with all the stress that the system has created. Interesting.
Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living to decay.
Why do you think the alcohol person? I know, things get in there all the time.
And so it goes. Vinny starts to drink to let go. Soon he's drinking, cause when he don't drink, every day is a day on death row. So he drinks so we don't have to think. Mercy, days bittersweet. When the spirit that's inside of him sinks in his teeth, and the months turn over, May to October. More days pissed than the days he spent sober. Skin looks older, demeanor gets colder. Sledgehammer swing to that chip on your shoulder. A cold prison deep in alcoholism. 40% proof, no juice. Inhibition get loose by decision and taboos. When we're living for the booze, who's who he lose himself to? One too many, 1, 2, 3 shots down. Drown those sorrows up in London town. If we in for a penny, we in for a pound. Fate comes full circle. Now it's Vinny boys round.
If we're in for a penny, then we're in for a pound. I know that's a really common saying, but it's interesting. It's like, oh, we already strayed a little into a direction maybe we didn't want, so we might as well just commit to it. Maybe not always the best way to go. I mean, there's usually, especially if you early, there's still time to course correct if you stop in the beginning. Okay, I don't think I need to go back. Was that it? No. Okay. Oh, switch his tail. Okay. God, this is why I love Rick. He's always keeping me on your toes.
Sirens start singing as the screws murder silence. Stand on my Miranda, my right to remain violent. One man's resistance is another man's tyrant. When tyrants make the law, they go to war with non-compliance. Locked up, Vinny been locked up since his mother knocked up. Kitty grew up fast, pulled his socks up, chop chop. Keep that credit top top. Time is money, tick tock. Quantify the price upon your soul and then it's chop shop. Not particularly special, Vinny spent his life a vessel for the musings of the devil. Repetition caused some issues, turned a hide into a jackal. Building pressure in the kettle, bubble up to boiling level. Ooh man, he's a mad lad, falling on the warpath. Vinny split the atom like a Nagasaki bloodbath. Skies are raining black ash, copper car lights flash. Red and blue kaleidoscope, some folks don't like that. Never mind, just a victim of society. The one that serves you alcohol and sells you your sobriety. The one that sells you sex as it pedestals virginity. The one where we elect these lying pests with God ability. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1. Our boy spun his own web-fed tarantulas come like 9 to the 9 to the 9. Through his crimes timelines intersect. Richard's fate was designed. Just set the scene, it's 2019. Richard and a boy named Screech. The hands of fate, they touch and read. Siblings buried, blood it bleeds. Etched in Richard's memories. Thoughts a muddled, troubled sleep. Takes a time of absent leave. Hitting the bottle to soften the blow in the walls of yourself. And there's nowhere to go. And his friends on the force, they don't call, they don't show. Go to therapy regularly, seem to plateau. When his popo went loco and woe so low that his mojo no mo, no rebound, no yo-yo. And so the time it moves slow-mo. You see the case was never closed, cause the motive was confusing. Orphan killed his sister, but his sister was removed when the mother died in childbirth, but dying womb life brings. The cycle of samsara always was quite amusing. Brother killed his sister, but the records seem to show the brother never met his sister, didn't even know. So the tragedy was a catastrophe, a fate fucked up. Rich just losing sleep while his whole family's talked up.
Y'all, this is so good. And I'm definitely gonna have to go back and listen to some stuff again. but I'm not even sure where to start with that now. So
The 5 stages of grief is a common psychological model, often used to provide reassurance to all those stricken by loss. For loss comes with a cost like frostbite, shockingly cold, paving the road to decomposure, decomposing your soul. 1. Denial, pretending for a while, reality retired, but everything is changing. Richie lost the will to smile, how to reconcile when murdering a child. The 2nd stage is anger, feel it bubbling the bile. Anger, damn the man that served the hand that wrote the plan. If God is will that's good and grand, then damn we all are damn forsaken by creation. Revelations Richard cannot stand. The 3rd stage is bargaining, begging God for second chance. Lord, I know it is a reach, but I'm begging on my knees. Resurrect the boy James, resurrect the boy Screech. I'll devote my life to thee, I will live a life of peace. Stage 4 is depression, that's a lesson taught in grief. Depression, demonic like possession, that feeds upon this spark for life. No water is refreshing, no sunlight brings him warmth, no sleep will ever bring resting. His guilt and doubt are oh so loud, the silence sounds so deafening. Depression, the numbing of expression, the negative obsession, ruminating in oppression. Stressing is a lesson when your mind begins reflecting. That's stage number 5. 5 is acceptance. Souls get shaken up, the road's never quite ideal, but slow rise, dust it off. And let me tell you something, Richie, man, I'm proud, cause you pulled a stitch from the seam, the wound was open weeping. Felt like a regression, but that flesh was set for healing. You wrestled imperfections, misdirections, walked with demons. Most demons are a fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing. Remember, in the darkest times, no need for...
okay, wait. Okay, I have to go back. Trauma turns to lessons. Okay, hold on.
Fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons.
Wait.
Fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma.
Okay. Truth has double meanings.
Trauma turns to lessons. The biggest truth has double meanings.
Okay, hold on. Instead of doing this and going back and forth, I am going to just find the lyrics. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not on here. Okay, hold on. Richard's Tale lyrics. Okay, let's see. What ideal? Perspective disconnects the trauma. Trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest lessons. Okay. All right. This is why we love Ren, right? Because he makes you talk about things. Perspective disconnects the trauma. Trauma turns to lessons. Okay, so, hi, Internet. You've just met me. Let me tell you all about my traumas. Yeah, I've definitely had some pretty big traumas in my life and a decent amount of therapy. But you do learn from trauma. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing, and I mean, I've definitely had to come to terms with that myself, and in some ways I kind of struggle with that a little bit because I think it is important to find some meaning in your life experiences, especially the ones that really suck. But also don't want anyone to ever think that that means it's okay for people to I don't want people to ever think that means it's okay to traumatize people. I mean, obviously, there's certain traumas that are going to happen that people cannot control, such as natural disasters, illnesses of like cancer and whatnot. But there's also traumas that are preventable, and it doesn't matter what lessons a person can learn from them or how that can be transformed ultimately into a positive. There's never an excuse or a reason to make it okay to hurt a person or to excuse it or to turn a blind eye to it. So, but then also it's important to, when you do have a trauma, to process it and to find the good in it. Otherwise, it's going to eat you alive. And no one can live a life like that. That's even more traumatic, I think. So, no path is ever linear. A stumble leads to stepping. A stumble leads to stepping. Interesting. You're a soldier, a scholar of life's sorrow. And day follows day. There will always be tomorrow. Whew. Yeah. Okay, so enough going on about that.
Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing. Remember, in the darkest times, no need for second guessing. No path is ever linear, a stumble leads to stepping. You're a soldier, a scholar of life's sorrow, and day follows day. There will always be tomorrow when it gets colder. Whatever, it's only weather. Rain feeds the crops, let them grow, think clever.
That's what I was just saying. The rain feeds the crops. Like, you need this time, this darkness to grow as a person. Also, like the kind of change of tone in this section. I feel it's a little more hopeful. Is that the right word? Hopeful? I'm not sure. But let's go back.
Whatever, it's only weather. Rain feeds the crops, let them grow, think clever. I'm so fucking proud of you, Richie, my boy. I know you're itchy, my boy, to get to work and deploy. Serve and protect my don, in for the right reason. I know you think you've done wrong, but look at who you become. It's your first day at work, big man. Hold that head up high, my friend. Come on. We're all proud of you, Richie. I hope you get out there and smash it. I mean, what could go wrong?
What's going on here? Oh. I mean, what could go wrong? And then it's... Whoa. Stop. Get to that in a second. Wait, actually, is this just what we just watched, but just without the video? Locked up, set the scene, the 5 stages of grief, acceptance. I think it is. Okay, and then Starry Night. All right. So I'm going to double check and make sure that these... Where are they? I think this. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think these 4 are actually in this. So I'm going to stop the video here in a moment, and I'll just double check and make sure, like, I'll just listen to the first little snippet, make sure it's what we actually just watched. And if it is, then we will just go straight to Starry Night, Acts 1 through 4. Whew, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was a hard moment there for a minute. Still is a little. My last 3 weeks, I've been dealing with a lot, and yeah, this is where I'd be tempted to say sorry, sorry for tearing up or whatever, but I'm not going to say that because there's no reason to be sorry for it. And that's something I'm working on. So, again, gotta love Ren. He's always making you think, always making you explore. And I'll definitely be going back and going through the lyrics and digesting them some more. And anyway, thank you for joining me. And I hope you'll be in the next one. Actually, and just so people know, I am just watching all of these before I upload them to YouTube at all. So I'll upload them probably in stages. I'll do video 1, video 2, video 3. Like I'll probably upload them. Oh, who knows? Maybe I'll upload them all at the same time. Maybe I'll decide to stagger them. But either way, I'm doing all of these 3 before I get any feedback from the internet whatsoever. So welcome to my journey, and I hope you're here for it with me. Thank you. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, um, and take care of yourselves. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's not stopping. Okay, have a good day, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Bye.